Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside the Tiger Den. It's nice to finally be out filming and back at our home ground, Perth Allison. In this episode we talked to Shane Hester about his preparation for the pitch. We also talked to Paul Brindle about the working bee that took place last Sunday. We'll talk to Nathan Goods about how the practice match went and what we need to do before the season starts. And finally we'll talk to our trusted sponsor from LJ Hooker Berwick, Steve Keane. Joined by Paul Brindle. Thanks for coming on, Paul. A couple of questions for you. How important is it for the club to have such a strong base of volunteers to come down and help out today?
Mate, without all these blokes helping out, we wouldn't have our kids playing. The place would look like an absolute dump, but have a look at it. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
No, we really need all the parents and all the support we can get.
So what are we trying to achieve today in the working bee? What are we trying to get done?
Mate, everything to do with the grass. It's all about grass, cricket. So looks nice, all the edges. Rip all these goalposts out and get ready because nothing's been done for 6 months, obviously due to COVID.
Yep.
So we just need it done and looking nice for our practice match and our games moving forward.
Fantastic. Thanks for coming on, Paul.
No worries, boys.
Joined here today by Beaky's head curator, Shane Hester. How you going, Shane?
Good, thanks.
Now tell us, COVID's impacted everyone. How's it impacted you preparing the pitch this season?
Look, it hasn't been too bad. Obviously no football. The community is down here every day with their dogs running everywhere.
Yep.
Pain in the ass. It's been sort of easier than most seasons because no one's around.
Yep.
But it's also hard because no one's around.
Yeah. Yep. How do you think the deck will play today?
Be a bit juicy. A lot of rain Wednesday night. Didn't need that. But it'll be a bit juicy till hopefully we get some sunshine and then it'll play better. Probably play a bit better tomorrow if we're playing tomorrow.
And how do you think for the season? What are you looking at? How do you go about it? Try and rotate every second or third strip? How do you?
Yeah, we'll start the next one. So we'll probably go the third pitch over there. We'll start that one shortly. So it's ready to go when this is probably get 2 or 3 games out of this, I would think. Being 1 days.
Wonderful. Thanks for coming on with us, Shane.
No worries.
Nathan, obviously another big training session tonight. We had the practice matches on Saturday. How do you think we went?
Really good, mate. Really good. Good to get a good game in on turf. We don't very often get that this time of year, and against quality opposition. So super.
What do you think we've learned going into the season? We've got 2 weeks now to correct what we've learned from Saturday. What more could we work on?
Definitely, our bowling was probably our weakness on Saturday. Just need to pitch it up a bit more on our wicket. Other than that, just what it takes to get to that level of cricket, be the best or one of the best like Berwick are. We got lots out of it, so super.
And obviously training's been at a very good standard so far. What do you have to say to anybody who hasn't started training yet?
Get down here.
Down here.
Yeah, you're not going to get better sitting at home.
Too easy. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Hi everybody, today we're talking to Steve Keane, one of Beaky's biggest sponsors from LJ Hooker Berwick. Keane, how are you?
Yeah, good mate. Yeah, very good.
That's good.
Yep.
Tell us about your business here. We're at LJ Hooker Berwick today. What do you do?
Okay, obviously it's probably pretty straightforward that we sell real estate, of course, so that's the number one priority. But what we do is obviously sales, property management. We can sell subdivisions, we can sell commercial properties, we do auctions. And that basically covers sort of anywhere that we want to go. We have a Pakenham office, so we don't really impede on there. So we do Officer, Beaconsfield, Berwick, Narre Warren, some of Cranbourne, this end of Cranbourne because it's a long way out of Cranbourne. So that's pretty much our main areas of what we do.
Wonderful. And how long have you been in the real estate industry?
Yeah, now about 30 plus years, I suppose. I did about 6 years up in the Gippsland Lakes. Moved down here in '94, so I've been here with LJ Hooker, I think, for that's about 26 years, I think. So got me 21 life membership with LJ Hooker, which is very good. Yeah, so I've done a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, so probably coming to a close soon with a bit of luck, you know. But yeah, it's been a long time and a long journey.
Awesome.
So learned a lot. So.
Tell us about your amazing team here, full of friendly and professional, hard-working members, I assume.
Yeah, well, like I said, you know, we're out 7 days a week, and there's no sort of 9 to 5 if you want to get into it. There's no hour for lunch or, you know, 10 o'clock smoko, 3 o'clock smoke. Some blokes come here and have tried that, and they've left fairly quick after, you know, a short time, because you've got to work Saturdays, you've got to work Sundays. Hence that I've never been able to have much of a cricket career, so I thought, you know, if I could, you know, do anything, I'd get into the administration side, and, you know, sponsorship, I suppose, is part of it. When I joined the club, you know, we started off with that ugly yellow shirt with the polo with on the back, it said proudly sponsored by these 10 people. You know, but it was a start, you know, it made $1,000 and paid for the shirts, and we're just gone on from there, really.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, what's been your greatest achievement in the real estate industry?
I suppose I own my own business, you know, after starting when I was about 28 in real estate for a short term. I got out of it and then back into it, then moved down here, of course. So bought the business here in 2015 at about age 55, which was a bit late, but I wish I'd have done it earlier. If you're going to do things and you make up your mind, do it early.
So you enjoy owning a small business?
Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously I'm still, my hair's black still, so that's been, you know, good. No, I mean, you know, you have those days or years where, you know, it's tough, you know, and this one's been one, of course, for everyone, but the government's given us good assistance, and, you know, I've been able to employ everybody and keep their wages at normal, so, you know, that's been really helpful.
Fantastic. So what's your connection to the Beaconsfield Cricket Club?
Probably Kelfie and my son. So, as I said, moved here in '94. I came down with a bloke called Peter Henderson, the Whippet. So he coached, I took over in 1995. Stupidly, the biggest club in the competition, coming from Painesville, where there were 2 grades that I was president of. But Alan Tomermichael was a great leader down here, and sort of talked me into doing it, and I took on the role in '94. And Hendo, I became president in '95, I think it was, first year. Hendo was coach of the Ones, and I'd known him from Bairnsdale. We'd played up there in that. I'm not the greatest cricketer going around, but I certainly come out of a big club up there.
Neither are we. So
my brother had an average, took 390 wickets bowling left arm fast on turf at an average of about 8.5.
Oh, wow.
So he was a fair cricketer. My other brother captained Bairnsdale Country week side. But I've always worked on weekends. Don't ask me why. But it was just unfortunate. So Warren, obviously I wanted to get him into a good club, and I met, you know, we used to catch up at the Central with Pete and I'd go over there on a Friday night or whatever, and Goodsy and Bluey, and I know Bluey's passed, of course, but I had a lot to do with him at Country Week. Did 5 years of Country Week with him. I met Goodsy, Tomo, Anthony Thomas, Buffer, Robbie Reed, those sort of guys, and we thought this would be a good club, you know. But I was working in Pakenham for LJ Hooker, so I was nearly sort of tied up in that club, but I just moved here, and I thought, you know, if you want to meet people and get into sport, and it's a great thing for your kids, you know, that's all I can say. Always will, it's a great leveller. Kids get a good understanding, I think, of what, you know, it's better than I'm being out on the weekend, sort of misbehaving, I guess you'd say, but so I predominantly did it with Hendo. As I said, he took over coach, so I said, look, I'll do the presidency, and it was good for Warren and Kelfie, and, you know, Kelfie's back, I see.
He is back, played last weekend, good, so, nice little 50, so
so he's my nephew, so so I've known, obviously, him for a long time. He's a good guy, you know, good clubman too, you know, so so that was my introduction there, I guess, and
Mhm.
ended up over there in '94 and was president in '95.
Yeah, that's
so
fantastic.
it didn't take
yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Mm.
So obviously, in a growth corridor out here,
Mm.
what would you say to anyone looking to buy or rent at the moment? Come and get into contact with you.
Yeah, definitely. We run a property management service,
Mhm.
and it's a good one. You know, we open properties 3 days a week.
Yep.
We open, well, obviously every day if someone wants to go there, but tenancy
Yep.
properties 3 days a week.
Yep.
Sales properties 7 days a week virtually. I mean, you're never off or,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
someone rings, well, you know, you've got to go and do the business. So
Yep. Yep.
that's what we do, and we give a good service, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty committed to that. So, as I said, I've got a good staff. I probably look after directly about 8 or 9 staff,
Okay. Yep.
and indirectly probably with all the maintenance people, electricians, plumbers that look after the properties. Probably more like another 20, you know, that you
Yep.
give work to.
Yep.
So all of these little businesses all add up to creating employment for people, and
Yeah.
certainly I give that to the club, and you
Yeah.
know I get that back, which is a good thing.
Yep.
You know, sponsors need to. You know, I went to the butcher shop the other day to organise the
Yeah.
meat trays up here, and he
Yeah.
said just ask the people when they come in to say that
Let
you're
them
from
know.
Beaky Cricket
Yeah.
Club. And
Yeah.
I mentioned that to Mick, but it's always the case. You know, you
Yeah.
go down
Yeah.
to Rowan at Home Timber and Hardware or any of those places that we sponsor. Just say, listen, I go to
Yeah.
Danny Scott, you know.
Yep. Lockie
Obviously
dropped his
knows.
car off there this morning,
Yeah,
actually.
but that's what you want.
Yeah.
The sponsors.
Yep.
You know, you want people to know what you do. You're never going to get everybody, but you know, as long as you get something back, then they understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So
Yep, exactly.
that's most important. So yeah.
Who's your favourite player to watch at local level?
That's a good question because probably now Milesy maybe.
Milesy,
Mm.
what's your favourite part of a tea?
Favourite part of a
Tea.
tea,
Yeah.
a tea afternoon tea.
Afternoon tea.
Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls. Who's the funniest person at the club?
God, I could think of plenty. Probably you at the moment.
What's your favourite thing about the club?
The get-togethers. You know, meeting all the people.
What's your signature batting shot?
Cover drive.
Cover drive. Would you rather face pace or spin bowling?
Pace. Very. The best, yeah.
Is a cricket a batters or a bowlers game?
Batters.
Batters. Who will win the Turf Player of the Year?
I would hope the new guy, but I don't know him.
Michael Van Dort?
Yep.
Yep. Floppy hat or a cap?
Cap.
And is it acceptable to go on a first date to the cricket?
First date?
Yep.
Jesus, that's going back a long time. We've had probably a few of them, but not at the cricket. Not acceptable.
No. Alright, 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Is that all right,
I
or?
think that's alright. I think it's second place. Thanks for coming on today, Steve. We
No
appreciated learning from you about your business, and like we said, anyone at the club looking to buy or rent,
Yeah.
come in and talk to Steve and his team.
Absolutely.
Once again, thanks for your time.
No problem. All the best.
Lovely.